Time now for NHL Edge IQ, powered by AWS, the official cloud infrastructure provider of the NHL. We're going to take a look at how Jack Eichel affects the play as both a scoring and passing threat. On this particular play, he makes a great pass to Jonathan Marchessault for a goal, the sixth time Eichel has assisted on a Marchessault goal in the playoffs. According to the NHL AWS opportunity analysis, this comes in as a high-rated attempt with a projected goal rate over 50%. Now, the green section you see there indicates that 70% of the influence for the rating on this opportunity came from Ottinger's angle to the puck at the point of release and his distance to cover. He had an 82.10 degrees to span and 6.30 feet to cover. So certainly a lot to work with. We're going to have you guys, you cup winners, take a look back at this play and kind of go through it and talk about all that space that Ottinger ended up having to cover in the great play by Eichel and Marchessault.
I mean, it's an incredible play by Jack Eichel, right?
Yeah.
He
makes it look easy.
He makes it. Not many guys are making
pass.
that. Not many guys are making that pass here. So we'll pull it up here and we'll take a look at it because it's. Jack Eichel's been so dynamic in these playoffs and so elite. He's finding that elite level once again. But watch this. Pause it right there. So you're going to get this. Jack Eichel's got this puck right there. And you're sitting there and you're kind of looking. So here's the angle that it's going to end up being. We'll get to that in a second. But he's got it here, and you've got Marchessault in front, and he's not really open right now. But he's going to do a phenomenal job, Dano, of dropping back and kind of finding that hole. And Jack looks like to me like he's looking shot, like even a pass off pads or something. He's not. He ends up zipping all the attentions to him, and he sees something different. Roll it forward here, and this is going to get this over to Jonathan Marchessault. And bang, right there. I mean, look at this. That's the 82. So let's pause it here for a second. So this is the angle here. The 82 degrees, it's almost 90 degree. A very tough angle for Jake Ottinger. So that's going to line Jake Ottinger's middle of his back there to the middle of the crossbar and then out to the score. That equates into 6.3 feet, which is a lot of ground to cover. And Jack Eichel had put the goaltender here, Jake Ottinger, in just a really tough spot because he looks like he's selling shot like this and just rolls his wrists over, snaps it to an area, and Marchessault is looking at a screaming wide open net.
And you look at Ottinger where he's already committed because of Jack Eichel's deception and the way he's able to, even flat-footed and maybe think you can't get a lot on that shot, but he's already committed that Eichel is going to shoot this puck. So he gets over. He probably got over too much, in my estimation. Yeah. Ottinger did, Rupper, and that's why he has 82.1% of ground to cover and 6.3 feet because he's kind of outside the left post. But nonetheless, this is just a terrific play and great hockey IQ. The pass is unbelievable, but by Jonathan Marchessault. That's Jason Robertson. That's another factor. He's not a defenseman, so not familiar defending around the net. And initially, he's got him in his back pocket. That's what you want as a defenseman. But by Marchessault moving out and kind of, you mentioned it before the show where he waves his stick.
Yeah, can we roll it to the other angle?
That's communication without saying a word.
Yeah, so I think the other angle gives us a better picture of it. Do we have the other angle by any chance? But it's so Marchessault standing here like this, and here's the optics I want to get. So we're on camera here. So Dano, why don't you stand in front of me here? Say you're Jason Robertson, okay? You're going to stand right here, look at the camera. So say the camera's eyes are Jack Eichel. And so you have Marchessault is standing behind Jason Robertson like this. So he sticks his stick out like, hey, see me here? And you're going to see him kind of stick his stick out like, you put it here, I'll go get it. And I love that because you got to have those. It's not necessarily a vocal yell like, hey, I'm open. But he sticks his stick right here. Look at he's not sticking his stick out to shoot that puck because he ain't going to get that puck.
Get it to the spot.
He's sitting there like this. Right here, put it there, I'm going to go get it. And I love this communication. That's why these two have been so dynamic and so good in the playoffs together.
And it's very valuable. You're absolutely right, Rupper, because some people will say, well, if he had his stick down, what's the difference? The difference is Eichel's aware now. That's communicating without saying a word. That's just saying. We're not
seeing. He might not even be able to see the body here.
Yes.
But he's showing the stick. This is the stick you want to find, baby. I'll get it right here.
Eichel's saying I have an option.
Yeah.
Shoot or pass here. He does a terrific job of getting to that open space that quiet area we always use the term, and it's just a beautiful play. Now, if Jason Robertson was a defenseman, both defensemen, Heiskanen and Lindell, get caught on the left side. We see that, and they've got men covered, but Robertson doesn't have his stick on the ice, and Eichel's going to tear that apart, and aware of that with the hockey IQ understanding. If you have your stick on the ice as a defender there, you see he gets it, but on the wrong side eventually, but it's not really active. I always was taught by Larry Robinson, even if I'm not aware, if I have my stick on the ice in the slot, it might hit my stick.
Yeah.
It might deflect off my stick to break up the play, even if I'm not aware or I'm believing Jack Eichel shooting this puck 99% of the time. But that's Jason Robertson in front. That's not to beat up on Jason Robertson, but that's not a familiar area for him, as both defensemen are caught on the left side.
You know, the one thing, too, when we talk about the deception, too, with Jack Eichel, and this is one thing I've found incredible with him since he's come in the league, and he's a different player from this standpoint, but I used to think this a lot with Ryan Getzlaf as well. The body position, upright, kind of hands very close together at the end of his stick. It doesn't sell you a lot of different things. Like, it looks like you're almost not ready. Remember how, like, Jack will blow by people because he's skating in an upright position. Like, if you see him down like this and he's going, you're like, this guy's moving, right? Yeah. He's upright, but he's moving at a good clip. But he does the same thing with his puck skills, right? End of his stick, standing straight up. He looks like he's just going to throw a token shot on net there. But we also know if he shoots that's coming off a lot harder than what his body's selling it. But then right here, too, he almost looks not ready to make a play. But that's all. He just goes like this, whoop, toes it over, bang, right to an area. So his body language and his smarts are taking this team to new heights here.
I think that's part of the deception, right? As a defender, he's kind of very upright, and he's, like you said, just maybe going to throw it on net, even though he can get a lot on it. That's why Oettinger was ready for that shot, because he knows it's Jack Eichel. Yeah. And elite players can really whip it, and maybe pick a corner and get a lot more velocity on it than some players, because he's a star in this league. But just to stand there, a defender, if you have a lapse for a split second where your stick's in the air or you just let up a second, then he just kind of whips it across right on Marchessault's tape. No chance for the defending team, and that was the Dallas Stars there. He's been terrific. Marchessault's been terrific. Can't wait till the Stanley Cup Finals.
Yeah, great.
And that is a deep dive. That is great stuff.
NHL Edge IQ is powered by AWS, the official cloud infrastructure provider of the NHL.